Hey gang, it's Jay from JTech and welcome to another fantastic JTech video. It's been a week and a half since the Galaxy S8 dropped, and I must say the Galaxy S8 has certainly impressed me on all angles. The screen, the design, the display, the fact that TouchWiz, or Grace UI in this case, looks much more cleaner, much more leaner, and a bit closer to stock Android, and much more. There's just so much I like about this phone, so I decided to do a video about the 5 things that I like about the Samsung Galaxy S8. Number 1 obviously has to be the display. The screen on both the Galaxy phones, or just any Galaxy phone for quite a while, has always been a market leader in terms of quality and color production, because AMOLED is almost perfect, apart from a few saturation issues. But the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus nail that to a perfect T. These phones just look really good. I cannot stress it enough. This has to be the best display on a phone since probably the Galaxy Note 7 RIP. The screen is a Super HD AMOLED 2560 by 1440p display. Both the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus come with the 2560 by 1440p resolution, and they deliver crisp and on-point colors that you will see probably the best screen reproduction I've seen on a smartphone ever. I'm hearing rumors that the iPhone 7s might have an AMOLED display, but until then, the Galaxy S8 and possibly maybe even the Galaxy Note 8 might have just the 2 best looking displays in the market. The number 2 feature I like about the Galaxy S8 is the fact that Grace UI is looking much more closer and closer to stock Android. In terms of integration into Samsung's Grace UI, Android 7.1 feels much more like Android 7.1, unlike a Samsung phone that has got TouchWiz or Grace UI on top of an Android version. You see it in terms of how you can swipe up to open your app drawer, or how you can go about a few things. I'm not going to talk much about Bixby, but Android on the Galaxy S8 feels much more at home. For those who've gotten used to Nexus devices or Motorola devices and want to join the Samsung ecosystem, Grace UI is much cleaner. Of course, you get a few Samsung things like Bixby, but it's much more cleaner and much more on point. Of course, some of the icons are a bit too kiddie for my liking, but Samsung always has to make their icons a bit, custom made so that people could differentiate their devices. But I really like how Grace UI looks on the Galaxy S8, and I hope that Samsung carries on with this with their devices from here on out. And I'm pretty sure they will, because it's a step in the right direction, and as a personal user and a personal follower of stock Android, I really like this direction Samsung are taking on the S8 in terms of UI integration into Android 7.1. My third favorite feature on the Galaxy S8 is Bluetooth 5.0. And I'm going to leave a link to MKBHD's video where he explained in detail what this feature brings to smartphones in general. But on the S8, there's this one feature of Bluetooth 5.0 which I like, and that's called the dual speaker mode. This is where you can use 2 different Bluetooth speakers at the same time to deliver a stereo experience. There'll be a bit of latency between the 2 speakers, but once you at least give them a bit of space, you get a much more clearer audio experience. Now, Bluetooth 5.0 comes with wider range, higher bandwidth, and much more space to transfer large files between 2 devices. And I'm sure this is an innovative feature that most smartphones will use from here on out, starting with the Galaxy S8. And frankly, I couldn't speak anything more about this feature other than it's really innovative from Samsung, and I love the fact that they're the first ones to come with it on their Galaxy smartphones in 2017. The front-facing camera is my 4th favorite feature. I would like to say the camera in general, but the front-facing camera received an upgrade from the Galaxy S7. The S7 had a 5-megapixel front-facing camera. This time we get an 8-megapixel camera with autofocus and f2.2 aperture, which means more light and much more crisper images, especially for people who are selfie savvy, like the Snapchat or Instagram community. And once I unlocked this phone, upon first viewing of the front-facing camera, I was stunned. I just looked at the clarity and the detail of the objects around me, and it just looked mind-blowing. Samsung are really good at making cameras. Them and Sony have the best camera sensors on the planet right now, and the Galaxy S8's front-facing camera is the best front-facing camera I've seen on any smartphone in this day and age in 2017. I'm still waiting on how Apple will respond on the 7S. So far, the Galaxy S8's front-facing camera is mind-blowing, and trust me, if you see this phone and if you haven't yet tested the front-facing camera, this is the best experience of a front-facing camera you have on any smartphone ever, until, say, the Note 8 or even the iPhone 7S. Finally, the design for me is my fifth favorite feature about the Galaxy S8, and I'm sure it's everyone's favorite feature about this phone. The looks, the build quality, the glass, the way it wraps around that beautiful 5.8-inch display. It's mind-blowing. To be honest, if you haven't seen or touched this device, I urge you to go to your nearest Samsung store or retailer and hold it in your hands, because when I held this phone for the very first time, and just scanning it and looking at it, it just put a smile on my face at the ingenuity Samsung put into this phone. The bezel-less infinity display design and the perfect edges, it just looks so beautiful. I cannot stress it. Anywhere I look, it doesn't disappoint me. This phone has gone way beyond the Galaxy S7 Edge did last year as the best looking smartphone on the market, possibly even the best looking smartphone of all time. And as a tech junkie, it's good to see phones just that look this great and perform this well. I hate phones that do so much in the looks department but deliver so little in the software and user experience. But the Galaxy S8 just ticks the right boxes, especially when it comes to design. And frankly, I'm sorry HTC, but you guys are no longer top of my best looking phones of all time. This has to go to Galaxy S8. It's a great design, the best design I've ever seen on a smartphone, period. So yeah guys, those are my 5 favorite things about the Galaxy S8. It's a beautiful phone with beautiful innovative features that have sold me from the moment the device landed in the country, and I wish I'd be lucky enough to have this device as my own daily driver. Now you may be wondering why I didn't look at the features that I didn't like. Personally, this is the style of video that I will be doing for any product that comes out from here on out. So yeah guys, what do you think about the Galaxy S8? Will you get it or not? What feature do you like about the Galaxy S8? Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Shout out to the guys that provided extra content in this video. Thank you guys so much for doing the hard work and getting the videos shot. I will leave links to their videos in the description down below. And once again guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Shout out once again to the guys that provided extra content, and thank you so very much for watching this video. If you like this video and want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. It's been Jay from JTech. I'll talk to you guys next time.